Yo, this is Josh Ball here. Yo,
you.
You're, you're watching for bassplayersonly.com. Yo.
Hi everyone, John Liebman here. You're watching for bassplayersonly.com. We're coming to you from the 2018 Summer NAMM Show, Nashville, Tennessee, with our old friend Josh Paul. Hey Josh.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm fantastic.
Last time we did an interview was actually in the famous Warwick showroom in Nashville in 2015, which was a minute ago. I think it had just opened up, and we got a great interview there, and we got the whole story of your musical upbringing. I know you started your career at age, 7, when you were in the Don Henley video from The Boys of Summer. There's this cute little boy playing the drums in time, by the way, and that was this guy right here, Josh Paul. And that's
in time, yes.
I think it was. But that interview is up on forbassplayersonly.com, so if you go to the site and in the little search thing, just put in Josh Paul, and it'll come right up. So that was a while ago. Bring us up to date on what you've been doing since.
First of all, thank you for having me. You look actually 3 years younger right now. So
thank you.
Handsome devil. We are, let's see.
I'm going to get my hair cut like yours.
I'm telling you, you're going to look fabulous. Let's see, we have a record coming out.
Daughtry,
yeah. It's been a couple years in the making. We've been on tour and in between doing this album, and I'm excited about it. It's called Cage to Rattle. Comes out next month, July.
It's called what?
Cage to Rattle.
Okay.
It comes out next month on July 27th.
Okay, that might not be next month to our viewers because we're here in June, almost July.
Well,
but
it comes out July 27th.
It came out July 27th.
It came out July 27th, and I am proud of it.
Tell us about the record.
It's a little bit more rock than the last record, and it has some. I got to do a lot of interesting things with the songs, and I got to be really creative with my playing on it, and I worked with this producer, Jakir King, who's done Kings of Leon and I think James Bay, a bunch of people.
Can you elaborate a little bit on this newfound creativity that you injected into said record?
Well,
you're fun to watch when you play.
Well, energy is key for me, and I did a lot of experimentation, and for myself, that's where the best stuff comes out. So I just like to play around and experiment and try things until something sits perfectly for me. And there's a lot of melodic lines that I played on there that you wouldn't necessarily hear the bass doing, and I'm sort of singing against the vocals on a few of the tunes, and I got to write a track on there as well called Back in Time, which is kind of like just a dirty, funky, nasty song. You should listen to it. It's very cool. I'm proud of it.
I've been listening to it ever since way back July 27th.
Well, high five to you on that. I appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoy it. But I think being on tour and playing these songs on tour, some of them, and taking a little bit of time off to not be so stressed and have the pressure of being rushed to put out an album has helped. So we got to just jam out a little bit, and one of the good things is that was encouraged, so it's great.
I remember jamming with you, just the two of us, two basses. I think we have that on video somewhere. We'll have to dig that up. It was fun. I should mention we're at the Framus and Warwick booth here at NAMM. I don't see too many basses here. I see mostly guitars, but guitar players are cool. But tell us about your Warwick bass. I remember you demoing. You had a Star bass, and what was the other one? Streamer?
Streamer CV. And it's a 4-string. It's got a humbucker and a jazz configuration. It's very, very, very punchy. Very cool. And another streamer, which is kind of jazz bass configuration. And another star bass. So they're fat. They sound great. Always. Never have a problem with it.
Yeah, Warwick sure makes a great bass. Otherwise, you wouldn't have stayed with him for so long. Yeah. What about, now that you've got this album coming out?
Album that's out.
That's out, yes.
I feel like we're going back and forth in time, so it's perfect.
I knew you were going to say that. I just had deja vu. Tell us again the title of the new album?
Cage to Rattle.
Cage to Rattle.
Yeah.
Okay. What I was getting at is, what about the future? What else is in store? You've done a lot of stuff. Is there anything else that you've always wanted to do that you haven't gotten around to yet, either with Daughtry or otherwise?
I still want to do or finish my solo album, which will be, so I've been working on the time off, I've been working on so many different ideas and putting them together, and I've got, it's kind of this Prince meets Pharrell meets White Stripes meets, I don't know, Chic. It's an interesting combination, but it's got some vocals, it's got some hooks, and it's got a lot of bass.
Do you know the role of the bass player traditionally has been that of the supportive role, the side man or the side woman? I've interviewed between 500, 550 bass players so far, and what you said, I'm hearing more and more from more bass players. Well, I've played so much with other people, I've got a lot of stuff of my own that I would like to release. And I encourage you and I support that and all the other bass players that feel the same way. So do it. And you opened it up for another follow-up interview, which we'll do. By the way, I thought of something. I remember texting you a few years ago. I was watching Jeopardy on TV with Alex Trebek, and Daughtry was one of the clues.
Really?
And I said, that is so cool. So I texted.
Did you get it? Did you?
Of course.
Okay, good.
Yes. I did, actually. I did.
You are so full of it.
No. To tell you the truth, I don't remember exactly what the clue was, so I don't know 100% that I got it, but I'm pretty sure I did.
Okay, good.
And that's a pretty honest answer.
You saved yourself there. Got it.
There you go. Hey, last question, and I may have asked you this last time during the interview or not, but I'm going to ask you anyway. What would you be if you weren't a bass player? Something outside of music.
If I wasn't a bass player, I would be an astronaut, of course. No, I think that I would probably be.
I think somebody gave me that answer once.
Yeah. No.
Yes, I just interviewed Tom Peterson from Cheap Trick.
Really?
That's what he
Is that what he said?
Yeah, but then he said he was joking, just like you did.
Yeah. I enjoy creativity, so I'd probably write. Do a lot of I read a lot, so.
I did ask you that, now that I think of it, and that's the answer you gave me. You say you like to write stories and things like that. Well, good for you. You can maybe incorporate that into your solo album, have it with a supplemental book or
So an audio book.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
I can't draw though, so I need to get somebody to illustrate it.
Well, we look forward to it, whatever it is, but I do encourage you to do it. Make it happen. The new Daughtry record is out, so you've got no excuse, right?
Say that one more time. I didn't hear you. The NAM jam.
That thing. I said I encourage you to make it happen because now that the new Daughtry record is out, you've got no excuse not to go forward with it.
I absolutely do not. I appreciate you.
All right. Josh Paul, congratulations on your success, Daughtry and everything else. Check out the record, Cage to Rattle.
Cage to Rattle.
Cage to Rattle. Well, I'm glad it's not over. It's a Daughtry joke. Anyway, I think we better wrap it up here with our good friend Josh Paul at the Framus and Warwick booth at the 2018 Summer NAMM Show, Nashville, Tennessee.
How do you like this, by the way?
I like this.
As opposed to LA, the winter NAMM.
I like them differently. This is a lot smaller. It's a lot more laid back. You can talk to people. It's not quite as overwhelming. It's only 3 days instead of 4. I wish it wasn't 96 degrees and humid, and I wish it wasn't raining. Of course, it rained at the winter show a couple of years ago anyway, but
I'm with you. Aside from the tornado warning here, it's not.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
Gotta go. As I was saying, you're watching for BassPlayersOnly.com. Here it comes.